Hello everybody! Hello, hello, hello! Hello! First stream with the glasses as well. Feels really weird, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. So, welcome everyone. We're gonna have a quick stream. I'm not going to be playing and yes, I have glasses now. I had an eye problem when I went to the. I don't know what it's called in English, but I was when checking my eyes, and they said that I do have a problem with my eyes, so I had to get glasses. So yeah, it's weird, it's strange. I feel extremely ugly, but you know, it helps out, especially when I look at the screen for long. So yeah. So yeah, no, that's cool. So we're gonna talk about the update here, guys. We do have a new update coming up, and I'm extremely excited. I must say, I'm extremely excited about it. And now I know there will be players trying to. I would say that there will be obviously players trying to look at this in a negative perspective. But we need to have in mind that, you know, an update cannot please everyone. But I would say that this is the best tournament update we have had. Period. You know, you cannot compare anything else, in my opinion. This is the best tournament update we have had. Period. Because honestly, we are getting stuff that we have been asking for. Many of us in the community have asked for this, and I've read so many posts about this. In a specific thing, then we might didn't get exactly the increase or the percentage that we wanted to, but we got it, and that is what is important. And I'm truly looking forward to upcoming tournaments where there's going to be some stuff happening for sure. That's gonna be awesome. So we're gonna talk through that, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about it, and I would like to hear. I would like to hear your thoughts about it as well. And obviously, if you have any questions, let me know. But have in mind that I don't know more than what the information that is out there is, you know? Hey, Smith, I hope, honestly, this can help out a little bit in terms of I often have a very hard time to focus, especially when I play on Sunday evenings and I play on Tuesday evenings. That is a problem I had. Percent going through in pro and expert, 55% not enough, another playemic mistake. Nah, I don't see it like that, Jason. As I said already in the beginning, if we're just gonna talk about the mistakes about it, you know, then you know, I'm not interested in that. You know, we have been so negative for long. At least this is a step in the right direction. So in the end, we might get a tweak later on for that as well. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. But we cannot judge something before we have tested it and see how it goes, in my opinion. So, yeah. So the thing, we can start, you know, the qualification changes, okay? We have increased the percentage of players that qualify for the weekend round from the opening round. These increases mean more of the higher tier players will make it into the weekend round. So looking at it here, pro skill tier 3 gets 5% extra. It means there is 55 players making the weekend round out of 100. Okay, I think that's good, you know. So I definitely think that's good. Five extra people. I do feel that pro skill tier 3, you know, it is, you know, sure, it could be maybe a couple of percentage higher, but 5 more people get into the weekend round from every bracket, which obviously is gonna be the thing. Expert 2 skill tier, I don't personally believe that there should be a change to tier 2 skill tier. Looking at the scores in expert tier 2, I don't feel that the scores are in a level that makes you look at it and say, that person should have made a weekend round that was outside. I do think that, sure, it's very kind from Playdemic to let 5 extra people in tier 2 expert to make the weekend round, in my opinion. When it comes to expert 3 skill tier, 65%, which means there's 15 players from every opening round that makes the weekend round, which I think is perfect. I would honestly have set 65% myself as well. 15 extra people, and looking at the latest couple of tournaments, if you look at brackets, you see that that score that is like to 65th place is often a score that usually gets through, in my opinion. So I do think that is definitely good. Master skill tier 70%. So 70 people out of 100 makes the weekend round, which means that there's 20 more people per bracket that makes the weekend round than what we do have it today, which is going to obviously increase the amount of weekend round brackets a lot. It's going to make an even bigger incentive for players in expert tier 3 to step up to master. And I think that is what we see in all the percentages here. Like, if let's say like this, if improving the percentage in pro skill 3 to 75%, that would mean that players would not feel the same need to step up to expert, which they maybe should be playing, at least the ones that are playing in the top of pro tier 3, in my opinion. But with a 55%, it kind of makes you, okay, I might could go up and play expert tier 2 and expert tier 3 and somewhat more likely make the weekend round than I would be doing otherwise, in my opinion. So I think it's definitely an encouragement for players to step up. And that's the same, from expert tier 3 to master. If you have ever looking to step up to master, I think this is the time to do so. Like, I know I say that on the 9-hole cups every time, but this for me, for the big tournament as well, 70%, 70 people of 100. If you can't make 70 people in 77th place out of 100 in the opening round, you shouldn't really be disappointed about that in terms of from a game perspective. Obviously, you must have had a really shit round, in my opinion. So yeah. Minus 34 won my tier 2 expert bracket last tournament. Yeah, that was a little bit lower than what I was expecting, Wader. I think minus 34 is honestly, it's an okay score based on the tournament we had the last one. Tommy, a lot of players don't want to step up from expert to master to deal with all the pay for play and the extra large investment in special balls. Scott, there isn't an extra large investment in special balls if we do get the special balls that have been hinted. But I see your point. About the pay for play, especially. Absolutely, that is a massive issue, in my opinion. We have reworked the tournament price system to allow us to reward different prices based on tiers rather than difficulty alone. So there is a hefty boost in clan points. We're gonna take a look at that as well in just a bit. And honestly, the clan points is obviously it's going to speak towards more tournament clans. Like, let's say, like, for those clans that are somewhat master only, and also for those that are playing expert tier 3, getting a hefty it's a hefty boost, like a massive boost. There is, like, look at the major, it's like almost 30k clan points for the winner in a master major. It's a lot. It's a lot. When there are multiplied 25s and only 3 of those make the cut, become frustrated. Yeah, I just mean that you didn't play well enough, Thomas, in the qualifying round. Like, again, if you're looking at the last couple of tournaments, if you don't make even minus 25, I honestly wouldn't be mad about the game about that. I would probably be mad about myself, because tournament, it's something we need to dedicate time. We need to, spend the time to improve and to play the shots. Like, it's and that is something that now I'm gonna remove Thomas from the equation, because I'm just gonna try to generalize. I think it's amazing to see the complaints from players saying that, oh, I didn't make the weekend round, like F played Demic, F the game, and stuff like that. And then, okay, what did you shoot in the last tournament? I shot a minus 26. Okay, first and foremost, you shouldn't be making the weekend round with a minus 26 in if you're playing in expert tier 2 for an example, or in pro tier 3 or whatever, something like that, just as an example. And then the person said, yeah, but I didn't have time to check any guides, check any videos, or do any notes whatsoever. No, that's how it is, you know. Playing tournament in golf, you cannot go in random. That's not how it works. Then you should be playing tour play. You shouldn't be playing tournament play, and most especially, you shouldn't complain. Bugs me so much. Bugs me so much. Look at what you did first. If you didn't do what you could to put yourself in a good position, and if you didn't have time that tournament, and you can't complain, then you maybe should have skipped that tournament instead, in my opinion. I don't know. Like, it's just what will Play Limit do if every player stop play tournaments? That won't happen, so that's no question really. I think that's honestly it's just a silly question. So ball rewards, I think that is going to be very interesting. You know, all tier 1 ball rewards minus 25% is gonna, so it's gonna be decreased for skill tier 1. Skill tier 2 is gonna have unchanged, and rookie tier 3 ball rewards plus 25% ball value in average value. That's the same for pro tier 3, 30% extra, expert tier 3, 40% extra, master 50% extra, and I think that is awesome. I think that is brilliant. I think it creates an incentive for players to want to do well, want to step up in the tournament ranking, and it also gives those that are playing in the highest tier of their division something extra compared to other divisions, and the balls are in an extreme value. So extreme value in my opinion. And you know, we're gonna talk about the ball. I'm gonna show you a screenshot that I got from someone that talked to the support, where the support said what stats it's gonna get. But have in mind that they have corrected the support agent and said that those stats were wrong. But it's interesting to think about that. So you can only collect more Circer. Gianluca, you don't have, you don't get Circs anymore in Master. It's different ball prices. So, which brings us into the introduction of the Kingslayer and the Luminary Ball. These balls are exclusive tournament prices and have stats for surpassing the quality of any previous tournament golf ball revolves. Rival the very best golf balls in the game. The full power of these balls will be revealed next week. The Kingslayer can be won in Skill Tier 3, Skill Tier Pro 3, Top 3 finish, and then Expert 3, Top 100 finish, and in Master. The Luminary Ball is exclusive to Master Top 100 finish. Let's take a look at what the support agent said, which is supposedly to be wrong, but it's interesting to read it because it's gonna be interesting to read it. Okay, so Kingslayer Ball, power, wind resistance 5, side spin 3, power 3, and you know, if that is the start of that ball, if that is the stats of that ball, the Kingslayer ball that you can win in Pro Tier 3, Top 3, and then Expert Top 100, and then in Master, obviously, everyone in the weekend round as well. That is an amazing ball. That is an amazing ball. The Luminary Ball, which is exclusive for Master, is Wind Resistance 3, Side Spin 5, and Power 3. And if I'm saying if because there hasn't been a confirmation from Playdemic in any form about this. If this is stats, you know, well done. So it's a speculation, obviously, from our end. And we'll see next week exactly what stats it will be. Maybe it was wrong, and then da. But it's interesting to at least look at it and truly just think, because I would think it like this: if they give us balls that is like a rebranded Kingmaker or something like that, and just call it something else, you know, that's gonna be yuck. But if we can get these type of stats, that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. But again, you know, it's just a speculation. I'm not sure that's gonna be the thing. Yeah, just an increase. Okay, improved tournament bracketing. This is interesting. I think this is. I think this is the only, if we're looking from a tournament clan side of things, this is the only thing really that's going to be a negative thing in this update. We have so they have made some changes to the way tournament brackets are built. You will no longer be added to a bracket based on the time you log in. Instead, it systemically, randomly, and evenly distributes players across the brackets. This not only is resistant to exploitation, manipulation, but will create a fairer, more balanced competition. You should expect your bracket to fill more slowly than it has in the past, but don't worry, by the time the weekend round is complete, your brackets should be full or very close to full. This improved bracketing system will be active from the Nami Cliffs 9-hole cup. So, Golf Clash in the house, welcome, sir, whoever is behind the keyboard, or like by the keyboard, welcome. Thank you so much. Tommy the Winter made the screen showing 1 and King's Landing 35 so for first play pro tier 3. Yeah, Matt, it's the top 3 positions. We're gonna look at that as well after that, so we're gonna see that. Okay, so how can you read this then? How can we read this? So you don't have to set an alarm and go up and jump in a bracket, you know. And I think this is more towards those that are playing in Master, Expert, maybe a little bit in Pro, Rookie not so much, as you know there are so many brackets. But you know, you're not going to. It's going to be automatic bracket, and you know I've asked, and it's completely random, meaning that you could technically be getting into with 50 of your clan mates, but when I read it like this, it doesn't really. I don't read it like that. I read, you know, and it also doesn't really make sense to me. Why would the bracket then fill more slowly? Because it would obviously just be having everything in a bulk, you know, of sending everyone out into a bracket and should be filled by, you know, by a second. I don't know. So I really don't know. But in the end, though, this is like the auto bracketing is going to create a way where, you know, those players that do have more accounts, you know, especially in Master as the brackets are less, that, you know, obviously you will be playing with an alt account here and there in the same bracket, and maybe if you're unlucky you're gonna play against other players from the same clan a lot, and also maybe against your own accounts a lot. You know, I don't like when it says in the system instead the system randomly and evenly, and it's still that the evenly, I don't really understand what that really are. They taking the opening round into account in some way to create the brackets for the weekend round, so you don't have like everyone that like, for example, let's say like this, I shoot a minor 36 in the opening round, and there are 25 other people shooting minor 36. It would be disgusting to see all of those players in the same bracket. I don't know if they are doing something with the opening round to maybe coordinate that. Right? I don't know. What do you think? Slowly because you are in that bracket automatically, but you appear only when you log in. I could definitely be that. Interesting, I must say. I think this is gonna be very interesting. I do think that, sure, the clan points are going to increase, but as you cannot really coordinate as a clan to not get into the same brackets, I do think that it's gonna be tough as a tournament-only clan to push for Champions 100. I think it will be based on skill points, so tiers within tiers. Could be Tony as well. They just mean they are going to fill up, say, 10 brackets at the same pace. They will add a player to a random bracket to make sure to fill up. Say, okay, Arne. Yeah, I'm just interested about this a lot. You know, obviously it's going to be terrible to play against yourself, but at the same time, if you're not playing in Master or Expert Tier 3, I do think that's going to be North scores are looked at. Okay, clarification from Golf Clash. Nice. I'm just speculating, obviously, because this stuff interests me a lot. um, so technically, that could be. So technically, it could be 50 out of 50 from the same clan in the same bracket, and there could be technically everyone that has the best score from the opening round to be in the same bracket in the weekend round. Interesting. That it's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. One thing that I love with this though is that there is no mini bracket in Master. I played in a mini bracket once before and I got a third place, so I'm not gonna say that I haven't benefited from it, but you know, looking at it, if getting a gold in a mini bracket, I'm just gonna say it, you know, if there is 20, 30, 45 people or 50, or like if it's not a full bracket, you have an advantage. You know, looking at the last tournament, for an example, the mini bracket was won by -34, and the -34 didn't even make top 10 in some brackets elsewhere, and obviously it was because there was less player playing the mini bracket. Interesting. I do like that a lot, and honestly, I might just say this because I'm jealous of not being able to play in the mini bracket, to have a little bit, at least mentally, easier time. Often the mini bracket has really good scores as well, but that's just a personal thing as well that I do think is gonna be good. So oh, solid. I don't know. I haven't really studied that much about that. Let's take a look at we can actually check here. Winter Major, and we will. Donna, welcome. KB, hey buddy. So here we can see here, like in the major, have in mind that this is a major, so it's already increased clan points. But look, we have the Luminaries and we have the Kingslayers. A lot of balls, a lot of cards, and then with the other clan points, look, 28,800. You can see here in every position in the weekend round in Master, you will get at least the Luminaries. You will get if you finish at the position that is 76th or worse, you will not get the Kingslayer ball, but for position 75 or better, and you know the cards increase as well. It's insane. And look at expert as well. And now this is tier 3, so have in mind that this is the only displayed tier 3. Looking at the prices here as well, now you get Berserker balls combined with the Kingslayers, and I think the more we're using Power 5 balls more and more in expert, and also for that matters in pro, so I do think that using Berserkers here is actually pretty brilliant in my opinion. It's a free-to-play ball still, but it's a ball that is very valuable. Hopefully we can see a new ball in the Golden Shotgun. We'll see about that. But Kingslayers as well, let's look how far that goes. Then we have all the way. Then we have from position number, what's it, 50, right? So from 51 and below, you don't get Berserker, you get Titans with Kingslayers. And that you do get all the way down in tier 3. So in pro tier 3 you get Kingslayers, you get Berserkers as well, and then you get and that you do get for top 3, then it's Kingmakers and Berserkers, and then you have in that case Kingmakers and Katanas, and so forth, and then you have Katanas in the end there. And I must say honestly, like, these prices are miles better when it comes to the ball. Miles better. Miles better than what we do have today, in my opinion. I don't know if it, like, I don't really know if, you know, the clan points obviously is gonna be higher in a major, but if I'm not mistaken, don't we just have the same ball prices in the regular tournaments as well? Maybe Golf Clash can confirm that if it's gonna be the same amount of ball prices in a regular tournament than a major. Doesn't it have to be this way so you don't have 50 guys logging in with an hour left and we can get in the same bread? They have to distribute among the exists. Yeah, Ryan, I think that's definitely was tipping it over the edge, if that makes sense. I definitely think that the, you know, first the protest, but then the protest where people try to exploit and get easy banners in Master, I do think that that really put it over the ledge a little bit, you know. Well, right. It seems Playdemic have broken out of their "we want money" mentality. Great for free-to-play players and interesting to see what they do in the future. You have absolutely correct with that, Will. Now free-to-play players is definitely going to be able to boost with special balls. Sure, it might not be all special balls, but still boost with special balls. And I'm thinking directly at one that I do think is gonna be even more lethal now is Brandon Burke, that is free to play, playing in the absolute highest level already today. He's going to be able to win special balls as well, which he can then use, you know, which is gonna make him even more lethal. So, like, guys, this is what's gonna happen, and obviously we're gonna have those of you and those of us that are disappointed about some stuff and you're happy about some stuff, but as an overall thing, in my opinion, as an overall thing, I really enjoy this update. I think this is one of the better updates we have had in a long time. It somewhat gives gives a new price structure, which in my opinion should have been done years ago. I definitely think that the auto bracketing will be interesting to see. The more players going through to the weekend round is good. If it's just one extra player going to weekend round, it's going to be good, and it's going to be very interesting to see for what can I say, especially for expert tier 3 and also in Master. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to pan out with the amount of brackets in the weekend round and stuff like that. Yeah, very interesting. Dave, no, I'm not. I'm not. I just unfortunately don't have time. And this go around, I prioritize doing playthrough for expert and master division. So the master division playthroughs with drops on many of the holes is coming out in 30 minutes ish here on the channel. So can we get our expert master tier and rookie for those falls to our banners in those divisions? I don't know like how rookie tier 3 is, but my thought is that rookie tier 3, like the majority playing rookie tier 3 shouldn't be playing rookie tier 3. that's just a generalization. Because looking at who is in rookie tier 3 and playing, you know, it's honestly silly in my opinion. But again, you know, that's a battle of the beast in rookie. So I don't know really. I'm not playing in rookie tier 3 myself in the weekend round, so I don't really. I'm not saying here that people are not allowed to play where they want, but obviously there is limits to what Playdemic can do with that without forcing people up, because like I don't think anyone should be forced playing something they don't want, and then I would say like you shouldn't be forced playing something you don't want, because then you won't play and that's not going to be good for the game in the end. So but at the same time, so in the end I think it should be put some pressure on those that are playing rookie tier 3 to actually step up. I have a hard time to see how that will otherwise be solved. Yeah, you know, Captain Rational, the good part obviously is that now you're taking a very extreme example with Apocalypse 8. Obviously there will be players that have that, but there will be very few that has that are able to play with that club, like meaning that they cannot, it doesn't matter what club and ball they have, they will still suck. So I do think that, you know, try to focus on your own score generally, but obviously if someone is having the clubs, having the ball, having the skill, then that person shouldn't be playing rookie tier 3. But you know that. All of you know that. We have talked about that before. So, yeah. Uh, so, guys, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I wanted to take this time to just address these things, talk about it, see your thoughts. And honestly, it could be worth with the new prices. You know, if you're playing Rookie Tier 3 and have the possibility to go up and play Pro Tier 1 or Tier 2, do that. And then, you know, that's the same in the other division. Try to step up a division instead. Challenge yourself. You know. Win forecast. It's the same, Christopher, as last tournament. So the win forecast has been the same for many tournaments now. So, guys, those of you that are watching this afterwards and also that are watching here now, please write a sentence or two in the comment section below on what you think about this update. You know, try to look at this, look at it from both sides of it. Like, is there something good? Is there something bad? So, no wildcards means that there is like. They introduced wildcards in the beginning, Christopher, to give us, okay, so hole 18 will be a wildcard, which means that that win could be completely random, you know? But they stopped with that pretty much after the first time. So. Would it be smart to step up to Master from Expert Tier 2? Again, like, it somewhat depends on what you think yourself. I'm a guy, and have in mind, I'm just generalizing. In the end, you are free to choose whatever you want. I'm not gonna judge you if you choose a different division. The only time I'm going to maybe look at you a little bit, yeah, you know, is if you have the club, you play with, you know, the best type of ball, and you have the skill, you know, then you should maybe step up from the division that you're playing. If you're just there to cruise to an easy goal, maybe challenge yourself a little bit. But again, it's up to you. You play the game with in the way you want to do, and I play the game in the way I want to do. That's how it is. So everyone, thank you so much. Again, if you do want to get Ultimate Tournament Guide for the Winter Major Tournament, again, new ball prices, everything, new cut line and stuff, make sure you get them. Patreon.com/GolfClashTommy will have all the divisions. Make sure you get there. And Michael, yeah, but that was years ago, mate. And he did that as a fun little thing one time, and I have no issues with Daniel doing that, honestly. But that was a long time ago. So I will see you in the playthrough that starts in 17 minutes in for Master. Make sure you check it out here on the channels. If you're playing Master, that will definitely help you. I shot a -16 myself on my, you know, second look with no glove, and I missed hole number 8. No, 7. 7 for 17. Yeah, Pumpkin, send a message to our support. Send a message to our support. They will help out. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye. Bye now.